So first is units and dimensions, first chapter of class 11. My first question is this. The pitch and the number of divisions on the circular scale for a given screw gauge are 0.5 millimeters and 100 respectively. When the screw gauge is fully tightened without any object, the zero of its circular scale lies 3 divisions below the mean line. Readings of the main scale and circular for a thin sheet are 5 millimeters and 48 millimeters, by the way, 48 millimeters. Thickness of the sheet is हम लोग थिकनेस मेजर कर रहे हैं शीट का स्क्रू गेज यूज करके होपफुली ऑल ऑफ यू रिमेंबर स्क्रू गेज हाउ टू do measurement using a screw gauge. पॉजिटिव एरर नेगेटिव एरर याद होगा होपफुली. तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दिस. ऑप्शंस दिए हुए हैं. होपफुली पेन एंड पेपर है तुम लोगों के साथ. तो I want answers in the chat section. चलो रिप्लाई आ गया. Someone is Shivas Brahmi saying answer is 25.954. वो भी देख ले आंसर यहाँ पे 3 बता रहा है अनफॉर्चुनेटली. So the least count of this least count याद होगा सब is given by pitch by number of division. So इसका least count होगा 0.5 into 10 to the power -2 millimeters. क्योंकि जो मेजरमेंट हम कर रहे हैं वो मिलीमीटर्स में, तो लीस्ट काउंट हम लोग मिलीमीटर्स में ही लेंगे. नेक्स्ट इज पॉजिटिव एरर. बोला गया है कि इट इज 3 यूनिट्स और 3 डिविजन्स बिलो द मीन लाइन. तो मतलब ये एक्स्ट्रा एरर दिखा रहा है. 3 यूनिट्स का एक्स्ट्रा एरर दिखा रहा है. जब बिलो द मीन लाइन होता है तो एक्स्ट्रा हम लोग उसको पॉजिटिव एरर मानते हैं. सो टोटल पॉजिटिव एरर इज 3 नंबर ऑफ डिविजन. जितना डिविजन ऊपर नीचे, जितना डिविजन नीचे दिखा रहा है बिलो द मीन लाइन इनटू द लीस्ट काउंट, दैट इज दिस. अब क्योंकि ये एक्स्ट्रा एरर दिखा रहा है, मुझे ये मेरे टोटल मेजरमेंट से माइनस करना पड़ेगा. सो मेन स्केल रीडिंग प्लस सर्कुलर स्केल रीडिंग माइनस द पॉजिटिव. अगर मीन लाइन के ऊपर चला जाता है दैट इज कॉल्ड द नेगेटिव एरर. यहाँ पे मीन लाइन के नीचे है सो इट्स अ पॉजिटिव एरर. मुझे इसे माइनस करना पड़ेगा. सो मेन स्केल रीडिंग प्लस सर्कुलर स्केल रीडिंग माइनस द पॉजिटिव एरर. And finally you end up with 5.7. I पूछना था क्या? प्लीज म्यूट योर ऑडियो और जो चैट सेक्शन है उसमें रिप्लाई करो. अगर कुछ क्वेश्चन वगैरह कुछ भी है जस्ट रिप्लाई इन द चैट सेक्शन. चैट सेक्शन है यहाँ पे. चैट सेक्शन को यूज करो. सो आई होप स्क्रू गेज का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है क्लियर होगा. स्क्रू गेज का लीस्ट काउंट क्या होता है, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव एरर क्या होता है और हम रीडिंग कैसे लेते हैं. मेन स्केल एरर प्लस सर्कुलर मेन स्केल रीडिंग प्लस सर्कुलर स्केल रीडिंग. अगर मीन लाइन के ऊपर चला जाता है तो नेगेटिव एरर है. मीन लाइन के नीचे आ जाता है तो पॉजिटिव एरर है. Obviously the positive error is measured by the number of divisions. It has gone up or down into the least count. And finally I get my answer as 5.725 millimeters. So I hope this is clear. ठीक है, ये मूविंग ऑन. Right. My next question is to do with significant figures and error calculations. The diameter and of a height of a cylinder scale are measured by a meter scale. So diameter आता है 12.6 plus minus 0.1 centimeters and height आता है 34.2 plus minus 0.1 centimeters respectively. What will be the value of its volume in appropriate significant figures? एक चीज यहाँ पे I want you to understand is that जो हमारा जो if you look at these values that are given, error ठीक है, leave the plus minus part aside. The main values, the 12.6 and 34.2 है, उसमें the number of significant figures are 3. So obviously, when you find the volume of the cylinder का volume खोजोगे, obviously you will make some calculations. So पहले ये decide करो how many significant figures should my answer have. I think options देख के it is very obvious that my answer should have, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 3 significant figures है, my answer should have one extra significant figure because of this error calculation. एरर कैलकुलेशन की वजह से एक एक्स्ट्रा सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर आएगा, तो मेरे आंसर में जो मेरा मेन जो वॉल्यूम है, लीविंग द एरर असाइड, जो मेरा मेन वॉल्यूम है उसमें मुझे 4 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स होने चाहिए. 3 plus 1 4 सिग्निफिकेंट. एक चीज है 2 तो नहीं हो सकता, सो वी कैन इमीडिएटली एलिमिनेट 2 में 5 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स, जबकि मेरे आंसर में मुझे 4 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स चाहिए. So answer is either 1, 3 or 4. So ये hint मैंने दे दिया. Answer is between 1, 3 and 4, क्योंकि 2 में 5 significant figures है, जबकि मेरे जो readings है diameter है 12.6 and 34.2, दोनों में 3 significant figures. Any answers? अच्छा, just a question. कितने लोगों को error calculations याद नहीं? How many of you do not know how to calculate error? Yes, Chesani has raised his hand. अच्छा, सॉल्यूशन ही देख लेते हैं. आंसर 3 होगा. आंसर विल बी 4.260 प्लस माइनस 80 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब. ऑब्वियसली जो मेरा whatever meter scale is measuring in centimeters, final answer will be in centimeters as well. So the volume is pi d square by pi d square h by r. That is the volume of my cylinder. So d के बदले I will be putting in 12.6. Height के बदले I will be putting in 34.2. मेरा आ गया 4260. इसमें से तुम्हें दिख रहा होगा कि 3 आंसर होना चाहिए, पर आपको पता चल गया कि आंसर 3 होना चाहिए. पर आई जस्ट वांट टू शो यू एरर कैलकुलेशन कैसे करना है. अब पाई बाय 4 इज कांस्टेंट, तो एरर कैलकुलेशन में हम इसे नहीं लेंगे. तो एरर सिर्फ डी स्क्वायर में होगा और एच में होगा. and d का जो power है that is 2, h का power is 1. So error will be delta v by v will be equal to twice 2 क्यों है because d का जो power है वो 2. So 2 into delta d by d. अगर d का power 3 होता तो यहाँ 3 आ जाता है. So it is 2 into delta d by d plus delta h by h. So delta v is equal to, so obviously v को हम वहाँ पे क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं. Someone's audio is so b is taken over the right hand side. We cross multiply. Now it is already given that the error, if you go to the question, error in my diameter is 0.1 and error in my height is also 0.1 plus minus 0.1 दिया हुआ है. So I simply plug in these values. E is 12.6, H is 34.2, and obviously V is we have just calculated, which is 4260. We just plug in the values and we get my error as 80. Does anyone want to ask anything or just reply in the chat section if this is okay with you guys? Just reply in the chat section. Is this okay, guys? Is this okay? Can I move on? I need a reply in the chat section, guys. किसी को कुछ पूछना है या बस अब ये मत पूछना कि सर एरर कैलकुलेशन सिखा दीजिए. Finally, I get my answer is v plus minus delta v equal to 4260 plus minus 80 centimeter cube. So the answer is C, or answer is 3. This is my next question. The least count of the main scale of a screw gauge is 1 millimeters. The minimum number of divisions on its circular scale required to measure a 5 micrometer diameter of a wire is. The least count of the main scale of a screw gauge is 1 millimeter. The minimum number of divisions on its circular scale required to measure 5 micrometers diameter of a wire is. So how many of you are not sure what to do? अच्छा, एक चीज यहाँ पे देख, एक चीज ऑब्जर्व वन थिंग, ये जो 5 माइक्रोमीटर डायमीटर दिया हुआ है, this is less even than the least count of the main scale. ये main scale का जो least count of the main scale, the measurement, that thing I'm trying to measure, the 5 micrometer, 1 मिलीमीटर से बहुत ही छोटा है. Just going to show you what happened is I have got least count of the main scale of screw gauge is 1 millimeter. Least count is pitch by number of divisions on circular scale. We have already seen this. तो याद रखना ये बहुत ही important formula है. The least count of a screw gauge is equal to pitch by number of divisions on circular scale. But unfortunately, the diameter that I'm measuring, 5 micrometers, it is lesser than the least count of the screw gauge itself. हम क्या करेंगे? जो least count है, उसको हम लोग diameter ही मानेंगे. Least count 5 micrometer ही मानेंगे. जो 5 micrometer है वो least count से भी छोटा है. Pitch हो जाएगा 10 to the power -3 then. Finally, I end up getting the number of divisions as 200. और यहाँ पे पिच को देखिए, पिच को 10 to the power -3 ले लिया गया. That is actually the least count of the screw gauge, and the least count has been replaced by the diameter because the diameter that I'm going to measure is smaller than my least count. तो हमारे पास और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं. Guys, I'm seeing that a lot of people are not clear with screw gauge and also vernier calipers. Vernier calipers और एक चीज है. So आज इस week जब भी time मिले, please go and revise these topics. Screw gauge. So the things that you should revise is error calculation कैसे किया जाता है, significant figures, rounding off using basically significant figures, hopefully dimensional analysis, and screw gauge and vernier calipers, and error calculations related to them. ये topics तुम्हें revise करने हैं. Next question. In a simple pendulum experiment for determination of acceleration due to gravity, time taken for 20 oscillations is measured by using a watch of 1 second least count. So the watch that I have taken, its least count is given, it is 1 second. The mean value of time taken comes out to be 30 seconds. I use a watch that has a least count of 1 second, and the mean value, I take a number of measurements, and then of time using the simple pendulum, और उसका जो mean value आता है, that is 30 seconds. The length of the pendulum is measured by a meter scale of least count 1 millimeter, and the value obtained is 55 centimeters. The percentage error in the determination of G is close to. दोनों का लीस्ट काउंट दिया हुआ है, एंड दोनों का एक का आया 30 seconds, दूसरे का आया 55 centimeters. What is the percentage error in the determination of G? So first thing first is what is the formula for the time taken by a simple pendulum? Time taken क्या होता है? I'll just give you some time to absorb this question. everyone has read the question. So जो delta, so the delta, याद है we had just done an error calculation. Delta h by h किया था. तो यहाँ पे जो न्यूमरेटर में आएगा मेरा डेल्टा टी, तो क्योंकि टाइम कैलकुलेशन में एरर हो सकता है, सो देयर विल बी अ डेल्टा टी. अगेन लेंथ कैलकुलेशन में भी एरर हो सकता है, दैट विल बी अ डेल्टा एल. So let us see. Answer is 4. So this is the time taken by a simple pendulum. Depends on length and gravity. Hopefully ये formula तो याद होगा. E is equal to 2 pi into root over L by G. Obviously I need to find the error in G, so I'll make G my subject. Now 4 pi square, just like the previous question, 4 pi square constant. 4 pi square को तो कुछ करना है नहीं. Only thing that left to do is work out the error in ln t square, and we have to find the percentage error. So obviously जो error होगा उसको हमें 100 से multiply करना होगा to find the percentage. Delta g by g is equal to delta l by l plus 2 delta t by t. 2 क्यों? Because t यहाँ पे t square है. Because there is a t square in the denominator, so there is a 2 in front of delta t by t. And obviously if we 100 क्यों आता है? Because we have been asked to find the percentage error. So simply plug in the values. Delta L जो least count है, the least count दिया हुआ है, that will be my delta L. क्योंकि उतना ही error हो सकता है. Delta L is the name, that is the minimum error that can happen. Delta L, that is the least count. 0.1 L का वैल्यू दिया हुआ था 55 डाल दिया. डेल्टा टी दिया हुआ था 1 सेकेंड. डेल्टा टी जो है that will be the least count of the watch that we are using, which is 1. ये भी दिया हुआ है. And the time, the mean time that was calculated was 30 seconds. So t is equal to 30 seconds. if पूरा calculate करोगे you will end up with 6.8%. So for error calculations, ये एक simple सा rule है. जब भी तुम्हें ऐसा कोई error calculation तुम्हें ऐसे calculate करने के लिए बोला जाए, you have been asked to do the error calculation. Forget the, so first I will place my formula. इसका error खोजना है मुझे, उसको subject बनाना है. यहाँ पे I wanted to find the error in G, the gravitational gravity. So I will make G my subject. Finally, the constants that are present on the right hand side, 4 pi square हो सकता है, in some cases epsilon naught हो सकता है. अगर हम electrostatic magnetism की बात करें, उसको हटा देंगे. उसमें कोई error की कोई बात नहीं होती. जो variables है यहाँ पे, for example ln t square, हम उसको ऐसे बैठाएंगे. delta g by g is equal to delta l by l plus, अब note the powers of my variables. अगर यहाँ पे suppose l cube by t square, suppose I'm just taking an example, obviously l cube नहीं हो सकता है, I'm just for an example. Suppose l cube by t square, तब क्या करते हैं, यहाँ पे 3 आ जाता है just before delta l by l. Now suppose ये 100 यहाँ पे नहीं होता, suppose now there is no 100 here. I'm just explaining this in real brief. Suppose ये 100 यहाँ पे नहीं होता, delta g by g is equal to delta l by l plus delta t by t. This is called the relative error. Without the hundreds, it will be called the relative error. with the hundreds, क्योंकि मैंने 100 से इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया है पूरे equation. Now the answer that you are going to get is the percentage error. So यहाँ पे since I've been asked to calculate the percentage error, I have multiplied the equation with 100. Delta L, least count of the watch. Delta T, delta L is the least count of the meter scale. Delta L, delta T is the least count of my watch, which is 1, that is given. L दिया हुआ 55, दिया हुआ the measurements. T का measurement था 30. Finally, you end up with 6.8%.
Okay, I want to add one point, everyone. So you can see this is one of the important topics in physics, and you get a lot of questions. So error calculation, you're seeing that we always add the errors. ये important mistakes होता है जो ध्यान रखना, क्योंकि यहाँ पे t to the power -2 आता है तो हम लोग माइनस कर देते हैं, यहाँ पे दोनों ऐड होगा error, और t स्क्वायर है तो 2 आ रहा है. So one of the methods that I told you to derive is कि एक बार इसको log ले लो और differentiate कर दो तो सीधा ये फॉर्मूला आ जाता है. That is how you can derive the errors. ठीक है, तो ये प्लस साइन का ध्यान रखना, माइनस बहुत बार लोग मिस्टेक करते हैं, माइनस साइन करते हैं बिकॉज t नीचे है, तो बिकॉज एरर कैलकुलेशन हमेशा ऐड होगा क्योंकि हम लोग मैक्सिमम एरर निकालना चाहते हैं. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड इन डूइंग दीस क्वेश्चंस. ओके ओके, थैंक यू.
Now my next question has got, again we have, फिर से आ गया in the measurement of density. Mass दिया हुआ है, edge length दिया हुआ है. The density measurement of a cube, the mass and edge length are measured as 10 plus minus 0.10 kg, 0 plus 0.1 meters respectively. The error in the measurement of density is हम लोगों ने वॉल्यूम का, रिमेंबर जो वॉल्यूम वाला केस हमने लिया, volume case, this is very similar to it. So I'm just going to give you some time. Please see this. अभी तक हमने जितना भी error calculation के बारे में बात किया है, तो कुछ भी समझ में आए तो ये हो जाना चाहिए ideally. पहले क्या करना है, पहले मुझे फॉर्मूला बैठना, तो पहले वो पूरी डेंसिटी का सबको पता होगा. पहले अपना फॉर्मूला, T is going to be m by volume, and volume h length दिया हुआ है, so it is going to be L cube. T is equal to m by L cube. So मेरा जो error आएगा, it will be obviously in the calculation of mass or calculation of length. ध्यान रखना जो L का जो power है वो 3 है. So when you are writing down your relative errors, वहाँ पे इस L cube का ध्यान रखना. And as Manish just pointed out, errors are always added. माइनस का सवाल पैदा नहीं होता. If you have an answer, you can reply in the chat section. It's just a question. How many of you are still not sure what to do? How many of you are still not sure what to do? Everyone has seen the question. So इतना तक तो hopefully सबने बैठा लिया होगा. Density is mass by volume. So mass by side length जो दिया हुआ इसका cube ml to the power -3. अब इसके बाद मुझे relative error का ये relative error लिखना है. Relative error कुछ नहीं होगा. Relative error बस ये होगा delta d by d is equal to delta m by m plus 3 क्यों? Because यहाँ पे जो L का जो exponent that is 3. So minus यहाँ पे obviously L to the power -3 लिया हुआ है, पर जो error होता है just like Manish pointed out it is always added नहीं होता. So L क्योंकि L का जो power है वो 3 है, 3 आ जाएगा delta L by L. अब बस तुम्हें values put in करने हैं. ये सब ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है तुम लोगों को. You see delta M में जो error है delta m का error दिया हुआ है 0.10 and sorry delta m is going to be 0.10 and delta L is going to be 0.01. This has been given. M will be 10. यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है L will be 0.10. Simply plug in the value and you will end up with 0.31 kilogram per meter cube. This is the error in or the relative error because delta d by d is also known as relative error. This is the relative error in the calculation of density. अगर तुम्हें percentage error पूछा जाए, you were asked to calculate the percentage error, you would have simply multiplied this result by 100. So the relative error is 0.31 kilometer per meter cube and the percentage error is 31%. So the error जो हो सकता है that is 31% which is actually it is quite I'm sorry guys, my internet connection just reset itself, so sorry for that pause. Yash, can you please mute your...
Vijay got you got 2 logins क्या?
2 बार लॉगिन हो गया है।
अच्छा, स्क्रीन शेयर एक में आ रहा है, एक में नहीं आ रहा, चेक कर लो।
हाँ, check कर लो। Right, is everyone able to see the screen now? Just give me a reply in the chat section. Right. Once again, screw gauge. Screw gauge advances by 3 millimeters in 6 rotations. There are 50 divisions on the circular scale. Find the least count of the screw gauge. So a screw gauge advances 50 millimeters. So the main screw has, there is a screw in the screw gauge. Screw gauge, that screw. So I rotate the. Obviously, there is a little input turn at the end of the screw gauge. It is called the thimble. So I rotate the thimble 3 times, 6 times, and the screw gauge, which is screw, it moves forward by 3 millimeters. There are 50 divisions on the circular scale. Find the least count of the screw gauge. The least count we have seen in previous examples is given by pitch by number of circular divisions. The least count is given by pitch divided by the number of circular divisions. Number of circular divisions 50 दिया हुआ है. All I have to do is find the pitch. How will I find the pitch? I think that is the more important question here is how do I find the pitch? Once I get the pitch of my screw gauge, I can just divide it by the someone is giving me an answer is saying 0.01 centimeter. I'm already getting answers. Someone else is saying 3. Got another answer. There seems to be a divided opinion between 2 and 3. The forum is divided between 2 and 3. Right. Since I've got a few answers. Pitch is given by the distance moved by the screw. Pitch का ये formula होता है. Pitch is given by the the distance moved by the screw divided by the number of rotations. So यहाँ पे obviously it has been given that the screw moves by a distance of 3 millimeters and the number of rotations is 6. So 3 by 6 gives you 0.5 millimeters. Least count is simply pitch divided by number of circular divisions. You will end up getting 0.001 centimeters. So people who have given the answer as 2 are correct. यहाँ पे एक चीज है जो डिस्टेंस दिया हुआ है इन द क्वेश्चन इज गिवन इन मिलीमीटर्स, पर जो ऑप्शंस में जो ऑप्शंस दिया हुआ है दैट हैज बीन गिवन इन, यस ऑफ कोर्स आदित्य यू फॉरगॉट टू कन्वर्ट, जो like I was saying, the distance that screw gauge moves is given in millimeters. but in the options, all the options are given in centimeters, so obviously you will need to convert. So please be careful with, obviously this chapter is called units and dimensions for a reason. Please be careful with your units, not only for this chapter, I think for entire physics, please be careful with your units. Right, hopefully this is clear. Right, the area of a square is, so this question is with respect to significant figures. The area of a square is 5.29 centimeters square. The area of 7 such squares taken into account. And so basically, question is not to do with finding the area of a square. I think this question is more important because area तो मिल जाएगा 7 squares. इसमें significant figures कितने होंगे? That is the important question. How many significant figures will this have? As you can see, the area that has been given here, the question itself, it has 3 significant figures. So how many significant figures will my answer have? Manjishta is saying 4 significant figures. Since the area of a square is 5, given as 5.29, so it has 3 significant figures. या तो answer 2 होगा. Either my question should contain 2 significant figures or my question shall contain 3 significant figures. Either my answer shall contain 2 significant figures or my answer shall contain 2, 3 or 4 में से कोई एक. What some more? How many significant figures should my answer contain? Aditya is also saying 4. Pradeep has given the answer as option 3. So I've got a few answers, so let me see. So obviously, area of 7 such square, you simply multiply 3.29 into 7. So I'm leaving that to you. Answer is actually 4. 37.03. The result should have 3 significant figures. पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में इसमें डिफरेंस क्या है? पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में, आई नो नाउ यू माइट बी थिंकिंग सर पिछले वाले जो थोड़े देर पहले हमने एक क्वेश्चन किया था ऐसे ही सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स करके आपने बोला था सर हम एक एक्स्ट्रा ले लेंगे. वहां पे 3 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स थे. इफ यू रिमेंबर द क्वेश्चन 4.60 प्लस माइनस 80 आंसर आया था जिसका, वहां पे मैंने एक एक्स्ट्रा लिया. उसमें और इसमें डिफरेंस कुछ नहीं, उसमें डिफरेंस ये है कि वहां पे एरर भी दिया हुआ है. So जब एरर दे दिया हो, it is always safe to take the number of significant figures in the calculation plus 1. यहाँ पे एरर नहीं दिया हुआ. यहाँ पे तुम्हें सिंपली पूछा गया है कि एरिया ऑफ अ स्क्वायर इज दिस, एरिया ऑफ 7 such squares is क्या हो सकता है. So 5.29, 3 significant figures. आंसर में भी 3 significant figure हो. एरर तो कुछ दिया हुआ है. So I simply multiply 7 into, by the way, this is not 7.5.29. Someone's audio has been unmuted, guys. So, जब error दे दिया गया, you have been given the error. Always remember, people please mute their audios. Disturbance हो रहा है, नेहा. यहाँ पे since no error has been given, question में 3 significant figures है, यहाँ पे भी 3 significant figures होगा. And obviously I have rounded this off. Hopefully तुमको rounding off याद. So in you see there is a 3 here, which is less than 5, so we leave the 0 here as it is. So 37.0 centimeters. Hopefully this is clear. There is a difference between how many significant figures you take and the errors being given and the errors not being given. Rules दोनों के अलग अलग हैं. And also when you have multiple quantities, यहाँ पे तो single quantity है, तो मैंने 3 significant figures ले लिए. जितने question में थे उतने significant figures मैंने यहाँ ले लिए. Suppose there are multiple quantities that are getting multiplied. So suppose I'm finding the area of a square जिसका length and breadth दिया हुआ है, right? जिसका sorry area of a rectangle whose length and breadth have been given without the errors. जैसे length दिया हुआ है some 5.2 और breadth दिया हुआ है 6.29. So length में the number of significant figures are 2. Breadth में the number of significant figures are 3. So जो area आएगा उसमें कितने significant figures होने चाहिए? So this is just another impromptu question that I'm throwing out as significant figures. Suppose I have a rectangle. Length is given as 5.2 centimeters. Breadth is given as 6.29 centimeters. जैसे ऐसे ले लिया. ठीक है, तो the length has 2 significant figures, 5 and 2, and the breadth has 3 significant figures, 6 कितना दिया? 6.29 I guess. So the breadth has 3 significant figures, 6, 2 and 9. So जो तुम्हारा final answer आएगा multiply करके उसमें कितने significant figures होने चाहिए? This is a question, just think about it. Right, finally we come to dimensional analysis. Just think about that question I've given you. Now जो multiplication हो रहा है उसमें दो अलग-अलग दोनों जो length and width है उसमें there are 2 different number of significant figures. Just revise your significant figures once. I will ask you this question again in my next session. Find the dimension of b square by 2 mu naught. Obviously now dimensional analysis. Aritra Datta is saying 1. Aritra Datta, is that answer to the question I have asked or is it the answer to the question on the screen? I'm guessing it is the answer to the question on the screen. Aritra Datta is saying I'm guessing you're saying option 1. Someone is saying option 1 is correct. Right. I've only got an answer. Someone is saying option 1. ml to the power minus 1, t to the power minus 2. But can someone tell me what is this quantity here? b square by 2. Aditya is saying answer is 1. This is a very familiar quantity of this. B square by 2. I've got 2 answers. Any more answers, guys, before I show the answer? And I'm going to show you the answer. It is the energy density in a magnetic field. Yes, the answer is indeed 1. This quantity is simply the energetic density. अगर तुम लोग को units इसके याद होंगे तो obviously dimension भी निकल जाएगा. kilogram per meter second square. is clear. Options for those people who have given the answer as 1, you are right. The energy density in a magnetic field. Basically, actually, if you just know the units itself, you know that this energy density is magnetic field. ये सब करने की जरूरत भी नहीं. Force into displacement, calculation की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ती. Answer ऐसे directly आ जाता. Right. My next question that I'm going to. So guys, I'm moving on. Stopping potential depends on Planck's constant, current I, universal gravitational constant G, and speed of light. Choose the correct option for the dimension of stopping potential. So I hope all of you remember what stopping potential is. Photoelectric effect. So I am saying that in this case, I'm just saying let the stopping potential depend on H, I, G, and C. तो मुझे डायमेंशन ऑफ स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल चाहिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ H, I, G, and C. The dimension of the stopping potential with respect to the variables given in the question, that are H, I, G, and C. Who answers till now? Aditya, ये multiple option question नहीं है. I cannot have both 1 and 4. Unfortunately, this is not a multiple choice question. It's the option single. One was the old answer. So one was, sorry, that was the answer to the previous question. So I've got two answers. Both of them are saying answer is 4. Utkarsh is saying answer is 4. Anjali is saying answer is 4. I think most of you have got the answer. Good. So कुछ नहीं करना है. Let V equal to this, where K is some constant. Let V be equal to this. K is some constant into H to the power A, I to the power B, G to the power C, C to the power D. Simply इनके dimensions बैठाना है. H के dimensions, Planck's constant dimensions are ml square t to the power -1. Current is obviously measured in amperes, so A, it is one of the basic units. G, gravitational constant, is m inverse L cube t to the power -2. And obviously speed of light, meter per second, L to the power t -1. And obviously stopping potentials dimensions are this: ml square t to the power -3, a to the power -1. As long as you know the units, you can obviously dimensions बैठा सकते हो. So hopefully you know the units. If you know the units, you can obviously place these dimensions. Simply हम इन्हें replace कर देंगे. You will replace B by its dimension. You will replace H, I, G, and C with their respective dimensions. Obviously, since they are equal, the powers of M, L, T, and A on the left hand side should be equal to the powers of M, L, T, and A on the right hand side as well. So obviously, after some multiplication and all that, I will simply equate the powers. There are 4 variables A, B, C, and D, and you will get 4 equations. So 4 equations, 4 unknowns. 4 equations, 4 unknowns, and after solving them, you will get C is equal to -1, A equal to 0, D equal to 5 and B equal to -1. Simply A हो गया यहाँ पे, if you look at this, A हो गया 0, B हो गया -1, C हो गया -1, D हो गया 5. These are the dimensions of the stopping potential with respect to H, I, G and C. So obviously answer will be 4. Is this question clear to everyone? Does anyone want to ask anything? Shall I move on?
Vijay, can you take us to the previous slide, the question?
The question?
Yeah.
This one.
Is there any other method by which we can solve this problem? Because this would take around 3 to 4 minutes.
और कोई ऐसे आसान मेथड तो है? Because unfortunately stopping potential हम लोग इन कांस्टेंट्स में मेजर नहीं करते. H usually G नहीं होता है stopping potential के फॉर्मूला में. हम लोग को डायमेंशन एनालिसिस ही करना पड़ेगा. Because in the stopping potential का actual जो फॉर्मूला आता है फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट में, उसमें G वगैरह ये सब नहीं होता है. हाँ, तो और कोई डायमेंशन एनालिसिस के अलावा और कोई तरीका है?
ठीक है. Let me try to figure it out in the meanwhile. You guys move on. I'll try to figure out some method. ठीक है. Maybe there is a method.
ठीक हो सकता है, हो ही सकता है. Because I know this actually takes a very long time.
क्या बकवास मतलब
मेंस के हिसाब से तो ये 4-5 मिनट लग जाएगा इसको कैलकुलेट.
Why? Let me try to see if there is another method to solve this. Maybe a trick or something like that. Just give me a few minutes. I'll try to move. You move on. I'll try to solve.
ठीक. So question number 10 is the dimensional formula of root over hc to the power 5 by gs. H is obviously Planck's constant, C is speed of light, G is gravitational constant. You can obviously पिछले slide में दिया हुआ है, so you can use this for this particular question. You can use the dimensions of H, you will need the dimensions of C, and you will need the dimensions of G. So you can write this down if you want. H is equal to ml square t to the power -1. G is G is this. G का dimension ये दिया हुआ है. You can write this down if you want quickly. And C का dimension तो पता ही है, मीटर पर सेकंड होता है. Actually, this question, Rajiv, are you still there? I was thinking, can we do something if we know the units? Obviously, इनके units तो इन लोगों को पता तो होना चाहिए. I was thinking, if we knew the units, could we have done something? I was just thinking, शायद अगर units पता होता तो शायद. Maybe, I'm just taking a wild guess. Guys, does anyone know an easier method? Or someone is saying, this is an open question, I think not only for Rajiv and me or anyone. This is just an open question. I will show you the question, Manjista. Obviously, if you see, this method is taking a very long time to do. और मेंस में अगर ये क्वेश्चन आ जाए, इतना कैलकुलेशन कौन करेगा? So this is an open question for all of you. Is there an easier method to solve this question? Is there any easier method to solve this question? So this is a question for all of you. So I've got one answer. Aritra Datta says leave the question. नहीं ठीक है, ये भी एक strategy हो सकता है कि question छोड़ दो. That's too easy. So we can substitute the dimension option, eliminate the wrong ones. ये किया जा सकता है. Yes, we can substitute the dimensions in the option. But then point वही होगा ना, तुम्हें हर एक option check करना पड़ेगा. That is the thing. And Gitanjali, the thing is, I will have to substitute, और जहाँ answer है 4. Suppose I start from 1. First, I will check option 1, then I will check option 2, then I will check option 3, and finally option 4. Instead of that, is there an easier method? So this is, I'm just putting it out in the forum. किसी को अगर आसान तरीका दिख जाए, so please let us know. But if we know the dimensions, it's fast to solve, right? Yeah, of course it is. But other than dimensional, कुछ किया जा सकता है क्या? Point is, I want to avoid all these. जो इतना dimensions तो ठीक है, यहाँ पे दे दिया गया है. I just want to avoid the. अच्छा, you are talking about the question 10. Obviously, if you know the dimensions, हो जाएगा. अच्छा, now coming back to question 10. Dimensional formula h to the power c to the power 5 by g. So अगर तुम्हें dimensions पता है तो हो जाना चाहिए. Already previous slide में dimensions दिए हुए थे, plan for people who. So I will show the answer. So Aditya is saying answer is 2. Yes, Aditya, you are correct. After you do the dimensional analysis of the question, you will get the dimensions of energy. You will get ml square d to the power minus 2. Dimensions
for this current question, I have a simpler method. I will just try to. This is what I was thinking for the previous question also, but for this question, somehow ये बहुत fast हो गया. Vijay, can you just take us to the question? Yeah. So you know what I'm trying to do here is, I am not trying to write this h, Planck's constant, the speed of light and gravitational constant in terms of their most fundamental dimensions, which is MLT and all of that. Okay, I'm not trying to write it in terms of them. I'm trying to bring them to something which is kind of a connector between all of them. Okay, so जो मतलब some equations or something, some sort of a quantity which is a unifier between them. तो जैसे gravitational constant को लेके जो the most fundamental quantity that we can think of is force. F equal to G m1 m2 by r square. ठीक है. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैं gravitational constant को I can write it as force into L square by m square. Okay. Force into, लिख सकते हैं ना उसको, force into L square by m square. ठीक है. और h c to the power 5 है ना, तो वो मैं उसको लिखूंगा hc into c to the power 4. c to the power 4 को मैं स्क्वायर रूट के बाहर ले जाऊंगा तो वो क्या बन जाएगा, c स्क्वायर बन जाएगा. ठीक है. तो what I'm left with is hc. ठीक है. and hc क्या होता है? Do we know what is hc? E और HC के बीच में कोई रिलेशन है हम लोग के पास? E equal to HC by lambda.
Aditya saying energy.
Yes, yes. E equal to H, पहले सुन लो इसको, E equal to HC by lambda लिख सकते हैं ना? तो HC को लिख सकते हैं E into lambda, और एनर्जी को फोर्स में, एनर्जी और फोर्स में क्या रिलेशन है? एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू वर्क एंड वर्क इक्वल टू फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट, मतलब फोर्स इनटू एल. तो दिस बिकम्स फोर्स इनटू लैम्डा स्क्वायर, मींस फोर्स इनटू एल स्क्वायर. This becomes force into L square. Can you see this? So I don't know if all of you, अगर तुम लोग एक पेन पेपर ले लो ना तो इसको वैसे कर सकते हैं. मैंने क्या किया, मैंने C to the power 5 by G को लिखा C square into root over of HC by G. HC को हम लिख सकते हैं force into L square, E equal to HC by lambda. HC therefore is equal to E into lambda, energy into lambda. Energy is what? Force into displacement. Energy is work. Work is force into displacement. तो इसको हम लोग फोर्स के टर्म्स में अगर लिखें तो ये हो जाएगा फोर्स इंटू लैम्डा स्क्वायर, मींस F इंटू एल स्क्वायर. और नीचे वाला जो है वो हो जाएगा F इंटू एल स्क्वायर इंटू एम स्क्वायर. G को अगर हम लोग फोर्स के टर्म्स में लिखेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? वो हो जाएगा F इंटू एल स्क्वायर बाई एम स्क्वायर. तो क्या हो जाएगा? एफ एल स्क्वायर कैंसिल हो जाएगा और बचेगा क्या? स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ एम स्क्वायर, विच इज व्हाट? m. और मेरा बाहर में क्या था? c स्क्वायर था. तो क्या हो गया? ये mc स्क्वायर, विच इज द मोस्ट कॉमन रिलेशन बिटवीन दिस E इक्वल टू mc स्क्वायर, मतलब एनर्जी. तो मैंने क्या कोशिश किया यहाँ पे, instead of writing all of these in terms of the most fundamental units, I tried to convert them into something which is somewhere midway, and I found force to be that connector between all of them. समझ में आ रहा है विजय?
हाँ मैं चैट, अच्छा मुझे लगा लोग से पूछ रहे. नहीं ये ठीक है,
ये मेथड सही है ना? ये सब कोई
मेथड सही है.
मतलब इसमें मैंने क्या किया कि if you try to convert everything into the most fundamental units, which is M, L, T and all of that, तब वो मतलब बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा. उससे बेटर है जो हम लोग को पता है उसमें कन्वर्ट करते हैं. तो ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट को हम लोग आसानी से फोर्स में लिख सकते हैं, फोर्स इनटू एल स्क्वायर बाई एम स्क्वायर. और HC को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं E इक्वल टू HC बाय लैम्डा. तो HC विल बिकम E इनटू लैम्डा. E energy is what? Force into displacement, मतलब FL into lambda, which is L again. So FL square by M square. So this becomes square root of M square, which is M. और C to the power 4 का तो C square आ ही गया था बाहर में, तो MC square, which is E equal to MC square. तो इसको हम लोग थोड़ा सा इस तरह से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं.
इसका जो प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन है वो ऐसे नहीं हो सकता है क्या?
अरे देखने दे भैया, सॉल्व तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, सब ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस है. सॉल्व सोचने से तो हो ही सकता है. I like that answer there by the way. किसने बोला ना कि क्वेश्चन ही छोड़ दो.
ठीक है, अब लग वही करना पड़ेगा.
ठीक है, तो so this is one of those methods by which we could try and solve this. ठीक है, let me try to figure out question number 9 in the meanwhile. ठीक है, so you guys carry on. I'll try to give you a solution if I find one. Okay.
So that is other way. I think that is an easier way of doing it, to convert into a common. Just find something common between them, and then try and convert it into it. So I will move on to the next question. Different value of A, B, and C are given, and the sum is D. Arrange the value of D in increasing order. So different values of A, B, C are given, and their sum is given as D. So obviously D1 is the summation of the numbers in the first row, D2 is the summation of the numbers in the second row, D3 the third row, and D4 the fourth row. अब यहाँ पे सवाल ये आता है कि number of significant figures तुम कितने लोगे? If you look at the values of A, the number of significant figures here is 4 in all values, in all the rows 1, 2, 3 and 4. B में देखोगे number of significant figures is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in all of them. And अगर C को देखोगे the number of significant figures is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all values of A have 4 significant figures. All values of B has 6 significant figures, and all values of C have 5 significant figures. So जब तुम इनका addition करोगे, how many significant figures will you take? So T1, T2, T3, T4 में कितने significant figures होने चाहिए? First, let us answer that. Substitution. Aditya, don't ask me the question. थोड़ा conviction हो. या सीधा 5 ही बोल दो. That is better. So Amitip is saying 3. Aditya is saying 5. How many? Any more answers, guys? How many significant figures are we going to take in the? Because I think that is the only important question in this. That is basically what this question is asking. Sum करना आसान है. Addition तो यहाँ पे सबको ही आता है. Yash is saying 6 ले लेते हैं. Oh, Soumyadeep is saying option 3. अच्छा वो भी अच्छा Soumyadeep is saying option 3, right? So I've got one answer which says option 3. So the basic question here is कितने significant figures होने चाहिए? Pradeep to everyone said 6 will be better. यार Pradeep यहाँ पे better या less better की बात नहीं हो रही है. या तो 4 होगा या तो 5 होगा या तो 6 होगा. If you can just figure out, if you get the number of significant figures right, I think the question, and obviously you should know how to round off also. Rounding off भी करना आना चाहिए और पहले तो number of significant figures कितने होने चाहिए, that you should be able to deduce. Second thing, obviously number of significant figures in the final answer unfortunately will not be 6. So you will have to round off your final answer to some lower number of significant figures. So I'm just telling you, please go and revise your this part, experimental physics part. It's not very hard. As you can see, अभी तक हमने जो भी किया इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा वो नहीं लगा है. Already getting answers. People are saying option 3, so I'm guessing I'm going to show you the answer. So everyone, I think everyone is going for option 3. So the number, when you do addition or subtraction, जब addition or subtraction होता है, so the rule is the final answer आता है, the number of significant figures in the final answer is equal to the least number of significant figures that was present in my initial values. तो यहाँ पे least number of significant figures in तीनों A और B और C में से किस में present है? It is present in A. Number of significant figures is 4. So जो final answer आएगा, Shiva Subramaniam, the number of significant figures is 4, not 3. Least is 4. That is A. Least number of significant figures is 4, not 3. Yes. So the final answer aayega, you will obviously have to round this off. So hopefully you people know how to round it off. So the rounding off karoge, you will bring it down to 4 significant figures, and finally you will get your answer. So is option 3 correct? Is D2 equals D3? D2 is equal to D3 and D4 is the greatest. ठीक. So D4 is the least. D2 will be equal to D3 and the greatest is D1. No, sorry, the greatest are D2 and D3 and D1 will come in the middle. So D4 is less than D1, is less than D2 is equal to D3. So this question was basically reducing the number of significant figures and obviously knowing how to round off to the least number of significant figures through determining. So I hope after these questions, hopefully you have realized things that you do not know, things you are weak at, things you might know, and things that you might have to go and revise. So it's all right अगर तुम यहाँ पे कुछ question solve नहीं कर पा रहे हो, at least hopefully you have realized what you don't know and where you are weak. Hopefully it will come as an eye opener to you. I will move on next.